by Ravi and Shefali. Shefali is a pastry chef, and Ravi is a filmmaker, and they're going to be presenting to us together, which is going to be quite sort of interesting to see how filmmaking and baking sort of just come together like that. This is a collaborative talk, so we're going to try not to step on each other's toes. I'm a pastry chef. I'm new to business. I hope you guys have eaten, because that's a really beautiful picture. The idea about, we basically collaborated and made a film on pastries, on chocolate fondant. I've been a pastry chef for about 2 years. Pastry making is an art. I realized that. Initially started.
So I'm Ravi, and just like every other Indian, I got into engineering and then figured out what I want to do. And so I'm an avid cinephile, and that's how I got into filmmaking and really wanted to make films and tell stories. So yeah.
Pastry. So I started off. I rejected this norm of actually getting a psychology degree and changed my path, and then took up a course in bakery and patisserie at ICA. After that I went to the leader, and I realized mass production and launch trips just wasn't for me. I picked up a lot of techniques along the way.
So I didn't go through a film school, and there's a director of mine, Richard Linklater, who when people asked him what training he got, he said he just went to the Stanley Kubrick Film School, which basically meant picking up a camera and just start shooting wherever you want. So that's somewhat my story too. I just started picking up a camera.
Okay, so going back to this slide, so baking started as a form of catharsis. I think I've heard that it's your happy space and stuff. So it was a route of escapism, until I realized I was actually good at it, and I could create things that made people that, you know, if the sharing aspect was there, I could create people, make it really happy and stuff. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I decided to take it up on a more educated platform, and then really just work on things that create joy, I guess.
So for me, I really like stories, and I think everybody loves stories, and that's why I wanted to tell stories. And filmmaking is just a medium. Filmmaking is just a medium for me to tell stories. I can pick up any other medium, but main thing is just to tell stories. And it's like form of escapism for me to, you know, where everything is perfect compared to real life. And I thought I really wanted to give that to someone else. So by making films where you just forget about your life and just immerse yourself in this another reality, that's what I wanted to give to the world. So our collaboration started when I had to make this observation film for a workshop where I had to just shoot somebody without any story, without any dialogues. So there was this thing, there's a power of food in film, you know, and I wanted to make something which I really wanted the audience to feel hungry after that. So that's why I wanted to make one on pastries.
Yeah, and who doesn't like films on food? I think when he approached me, I was just excited to just grab the opportunity and see how different forms of art just fuse together and create something beautiful, which Ravi did really well. So my inspiration, obviously, because we're discussing films and things, films are my biggest inspiration. I've pretty much, people have grown up and watched films, but for me it was more like an every weekend thing. My mum's here, she has lots of stories. We used to basically watch a film and follow up with dinner. So that's really made me just who I am as a person even today. These are some of food movies that you should definitely watch.
So Tarantino said that, you know, there's a power of food. When he wanted to make this scene from Inglourious Basterds, he wanted to, you know, make them crave a student after that. Similarly with Pulp Fiction, you know, that burger, he really wanted them to go like, damn, I want a burger after that. That was the power of food. That's what I wanted to catch.
We're going to discuss the process, basically. I don't really walk into a kitchen with preconceived ideas from a recipe book or something. I think those are just guidelines you take up, but the rest is instincts, or the rest is, because baking is such a hands-on process, it's a traditional process, you should just get straight into it. So, you know, if you want to slap some more butter in your cakes, just go for it. But I do use a process called chunking or flashcards. I like to break down, because we rely on memory, I like to break down my recipes into smaller parts. I also carry flashcards with measurements, because numbers aren't my friend. That just improves my memory and really keeps me calm when I'm asked to create.
My process is, like I usually, every day I just jot down the ideas of whatever I observe and put them down. It's really cool Star Wars Moleskin notebook, which I bought special because of Star Wars. And then once I have an idea, whatever, an insight, and I want to tailor a story around it, then your process starts. So you just write, shoot, edit, repeat. So it's, you know, just practice. So the more you write, the more you shoot, the more you edit, that's how you perfect your films. So that is what I follow.
So as a creator, you're just never satisfied with your final product. This is the product I made, probably my third product in the last year and stuff. It was successful because people loved it. I loved it too. I was really proud of it. But as a creator, there's just so much more you can do, and you know, there's an abundance of talent out there, and you know, it's a humbling experience to just take it and learn from it and grow.
So Tessa said the greatest thrill for an inventor is to watch his invention come alive. So that's how I feel about my films also. It's usually like a romance. You start the romance, you romance the idea, you fall in love, and you get married, you know, you make the film. But after it's done, you just divorce it and you go on.
So, okay, that's my favorite film, Julie and Julie. I think most of you must have seen it. That's the scene where she basically finishes the challenge of creating the 524th recipe in a year. That's the stuff that really gets us going, you know, to be able to sort of create something that a lot of people, I keep touching on the same thing, but that's the creative boon, I guess.
So I believe in you are what you eat, and by eat I don't mean food, but you know, the music you listen to, the books you read, the films you watch. So I just want to draw all the influence I get from my everyday life and then pour it all into my stories.
Yeah.